everything. Where the blacktop ends, I wanna love somebody like you.
The phenomenal guitarist and talented singer-songwriter.
Not to mention heartthrob, the man, the myth, the urban legend.
The Australian sensation that is sweeping the nation.
Keith Urban.
Because we can! Ladies and gentlemen.
That was some introduction.
You recognize all those songs?
Wow, yeah, a couple of them.
And what was that one? That guy screaming? What was that all about?
Well, that was at our concert last night.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's how it goes now these days, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Made a phone call yesterday.
Okay.
To your, how do you say your hometown?
Caboolture.
And that's Caboolture.
Correct. Yes.
And just wanted to see, called the bed and breakfast.
Oh, God, here we go.
Recognize
Hello,
that ring.
This is Gloria.
Well, good morning, Gloria. Are you in the city of Caboolture?
Yes.
I was just wondering if you've heard of Keith Urban.
Well, we've got the Crocodile Hunter just up the road.
No, not the Crocodile Hunter. Was asking about Keith Urban. Just wondering if you've heard of Keith Urban.
Steve Irwin.
No, not Steve Irwin. Keith Urban.
Keith Irwin is very good.
That's all she would say. She's having a little trouble hanging up the phone.
Right.
Let's get that in.
She's probably still trying now.
What?
It's a long way away, you know.
Is Mom and Dad still there?
Yeah. Actually, I'm bringing them over for the CMAs in November.
You were doing this on your own, or did they tell you that we're going?
No, I wanted to bring them over.
Okay.
I brought my mum a couple of years ago, and Dad got all bummed out that he couldn't come, so this year I'm just going to bring them both.
And how do you spell that? Your mom? How do you say that?
M-U-M, mum.
Mum.
Like mum's the word, right?
You haven't been living in Australia for quite some time, have you?
10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything you miss that you can't get here in the States?
Aussie beer is pretty good.
Such as?
VB, that's the beer. Cooper's is a good beer.
Is it? And they come in big containers? Like
No, not like those big gallon cans of Foster's.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go?
Yeah.
Because we're playing tonight at Anaheim, in the House of Blues.
So this is a big fundraiser, isn't it?
Well, we're going to do a couple of songs tonight, which are going to be broadcast to Australia for a big drought relief concert that's going on there called Farmhand. And we couldn't make it to Australia to play, so we're going to do it via satellite.
Okay. And so are they going to tape delay it, or because the time difference is...
It's pre-recorded, and then it will be shown. I think the concert in Australia is next week.
Is this an ongoing problem that they have in Australia? Drought?
the time delay or the drought?
Yeah.
No, it's a pretty harsh country, and some of the conditions for the farmers are not favorable. And I think this year they've had a lot more dry time than ever before, so they're really starting to hurt.
You getting some tips from Willie Nelson?
I love the fact that we just did Farm Aid. Of course, it's a totally different reasoning why Farm Aid is in existence, but nonetheless, at the end of it, you're still helping the farmers, and I think ultimately that affects everybody. Just because you don't live on the land, you instantly assume, it's got nothing to do with me, but It all trickles down eventually.
And a few people are coming out, I suppose, tonight to help you out. Are you looking for big dollars?
Hopefully we will raise a good bit of money for these guys and have a good turnout. I think it's going to be good anyway. I always love playing in California.
You want to take some phone calls?
Yeah.
I know some fans have got some questions.
Sure.
What does Keith do in the shower? We will find out. We'll ask him that question coming up. Here he is with, what's the name of this song?
Something. I'd have forgotten now. I've only heard it about 8,000 times.
So before we heard Somebody Like You, I was picking this up off of a fan's website, so I don't know if it's true or not, but in the shower, what are you doing in the shower? Is that where your muse hangs out? Yeah,
it is. I write a lot of songs in the shower. Or I get a lot of ideas for songs, at least anyway, because the pad would get really wet if I tried to write them.
And then you're just soaping up and this idea comes and do you go out and grab the guitar and the cassette recorder or what?
Quite often there's a sort of a wet trail going from the bathroom to my tape deck.
Any song come to mind where you're thinking that you really got a good one out of the shower?
Nothing's coming to mind right now. I think just a lot of the embryonic ideas come there. They may just be an idea for a solo in the song or an arrangement idea or...
Hi, Keith.
Hi, Cohen. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
This is great. I'm on my way to work.
Where do you work, sweetheart?
I work with Riverside County. I'm a nurse.
Okay.
Did you hear her heartbeat just increase when you called her sweetheart?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I could hear all of her patients' hearts decreasing because she's late for work.
Yeah, that's true.
What did you want to say?
Hey, well, I just wanted to let you know, Love Somebody Like You is the greatest video. It is so fun. No matter what is going on, it makes you want to just dance.
Oh, that's always good.
It's great. And how was working with Nikki Taylor on the video?
It was fabulous. She's just a really good soul.
Good.
He can't mention it on here, but he brought some pictures, and
Right.
when he says it's great, take his word for it.
Yeah.
Oh, super. You guys look so fun together.
We had a very, very good day. It was a good spiritual sort of thing.
Great.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Bye.
Rebecca Lynn Howard. Do you know Rebecca Lynn?
Oh, yeah.
She called the other day and just asked her.
Okay. Here we go.
You're snickering. What? You don't think this is going to be straightforward?
Oh, you never know with Rebecca.
Okay.
My favorite song on the radio, besides Forgive,
Yes.
no, is Keith Urban, Somebody Like You. I love that record. The first time I heard it, I thought, man, that is a smash.
Wow.
Did you know it? Did you have a feeling?
That Forgive was a smash? that Somebody Like You. I don't know. I felt it was, I hoped it would catch on. I think what surprised me was how fast it caught on. We were still finishing the record when it came out, and we thought we had a good few months to, hang around the studio and take our time, and it just took off. So.
I saw you. It's a shame. You were on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
Right.
You didn't get to talk. You were at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And then at The View, the same thing.
Yeah.
After they even rolled the credits
Right,
as you were
exactly.
finishing the song.
Yeah.
What happened afterwards? The View, you get a whole different crowd with The View. And what was the response after?
Crowd reaction was really good at The View.
Because it's not necessarily a specific country crowd.
No,
watching
and
the-
it's a daytime sort of, daytime talk show crowd. So they're not exactly the most, rowdy, boisterous sort of people, but they were really into it. And actually the producers said that was one of the more livelier reactions they've gotten in a long time.
Really?
So I was happy about that.
And then everybody got a copy of
Everyone got
Golden
a copy
Road.
of the album, yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't have to sign them all, did you?
No, I didn't. Well, we couldn't. We had other things to do, so we couldn't stay.
Talking with Keith Urban, and was reading on your website that they just had this recent poll, I think of Guitar Magazine, the greatest guitar players of all time, and
Right.
everybody's got their favorites with Jimi Hendrix and Eddie Van Halen and things. But their guitar work is okay, but we have similar interests. I like Lindsey Buckingham and Mark Knopfler. I love Dire Straits' Sultans of Swing.
Yeah, man.
Can you do those licks?
Note for note.
Really?
Absolutely.
I was going to bring it in today, but I forgot to see if you could match it. But you didn't bring your guitar, so
I didn't bring it. Next time.
A recent poll had you right behind Faith Hill on Country Music Star on the big screen. They want to see you in a movie.
Really?
Anything? Possibly in the future?
This is all news to me. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
31% want to see Faith Hill, and you were right behind her at 26%.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Garth Brooks was clear down at the bottom
Wow.
with 10%. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd like to do that down the track. Definitely. Would love to do that. I did a lot of acting when I was much, much younger. So I think it would be a natural progression for me.
Golden Road, the name of the new CD. Track 11. Can you tell us a little bit about this before we
Track
hit
11. I had to quickly think there for a minute. Yeah, this is actually the next single that's coming out. It's called Raining on Sunday. It's a song written by Radney Foster and Darryl Brown. And actually, this song appeared on Radney Foster's album called See What You Want to See, which has also had songs cut by the Kinleys called I'm In, and the Dixie Chicks just cut Godspeed on their new album. So it's an amazing record. It's a guitar fest, baby.
Yeah, is that you?
Yeah, you guys will get an edited version when the single comes out.
I can imagine.
That's the full Monty right there.
Excuse me? Yeah, naked right there
Right.
for all the world to hear. You're wearing a Bob Seger shirt.
Yeah, love Bob Seger.
Did you get that one time when you went to Detroit and saw a Seger concert?
No,
or-
I've never seen him actually, I've never seen him live.
Uh-huh.
Would love to see him live.
Have you ever done any of his music on stage?
Oh yeah, I've done
Turn the Page
Against the Wind.
Okay.
I used to love playing that. Yeah.
Let's see. Who would have thought that a man from Australia would ever record a song by the Go-Go's?
Yeah.
Did you know that when you were picking through songs on But for the Grace of God?
Well, I didn't. Well, I mean, I wrote it with the two girls from the.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So you sat down with them?
Yeah. That was the weird bit. They came to Nashville, and a mutual friend of ours put us together. And my first thought was, what am I going to write with these girls?
You were familiar with their music?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And so I thought, I don't know what we're going to write. And at the end of the day, Grace of God came out of the session, and I would never have imagined that in a million years. So you never know what song is lying around and who's going to help you, retrieve it.
So in the future, you may do something with them again.
I've written a few more things with them since. Unfortunately, nothing made this record, but we've written about another 3 more songs together.
It's nice to write songs by yourself, though, because then you get full royalty, isn't it?
It is good.
You get all the perks.
Right.
In the song, you wrote Somebody Like You. Did you? Now, there's a co-writer on it with you.
Yeah, John Shanks. Mm-hmm.
On the co-writing thing, is that you just give both of you credit, or one did the music, one did the lyrics, or how does that work usually on this particular song?
It was pretty even. I had the original riff, the banjo riff. Actually, John he lives in LA, and I flew out to LA to write with him in January of this year. I'd never met him before, and it was just one of those weird things, I walked into the room. Hi, John, I'm Keith. Hey, good. We sat down. Well, what do you got? And I pulled out the riff to the banjo, and we wrote the song.
For me,
sounds easy, but
yeah,
but it wasn't.
For me personally, the line "I've forgiven myself for the mistakes I've made," just becoming an adult. That's one of the things where you can finally forgive yourself for some mistakes and not try to be perfect all the time.
Right.
And that is a wonderful thing when you can finally get there. What does that mean to you when you wrote that? I've forgiven myself for the mistakes I've made.
What I love about this song is that a lot of the this is one of the rare songs where I did do a lot of the lyrics, and John and I did the music during the day and a few lyrical ideas, and then I took the music back to the hotel with me and just sat there with a pad and sort of listened to the music and just wrote, and I didn't think too much. And I think what I love about the song is it wasn't until it was finished and I looked back at what it was saying that I suddenly realized, man, this is a good place to be, because it wasn't that conscious. It was more stream of consciousness songwriting, so I was happy with that.
As we say goodbye, you've got some things to do. Could we get you to say that? Just Outback has been so kind to bring us lunch.
God bless them. I love the Outback. I actually do. I love their Gold Coast coconut shrimp. They're very, very good.
Yeah.
And the cheesecake Olivia is to die for. It's great.
So, but that's their little tagline there. So, they highlighted in yellow.
Oh, okay. So, wait a minute. Let me check this out here. Oh, okay. Outback's got just what you crave: big, juicy steaks, delicious chicken on the barbie, of course, succulent shrimp, and chocolate thunder from down under. Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right. Crikey! I just threw that one in myself.
Lightning round. We've got to thank you very much. We got 30 seconds here. Speed limit or above when you're driving?
Oh, it depends where I'm going. Depends if I've had coffee.
Okay. Favorite music video besides one of your own?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
Don't say Michael Jackson Thriller.
No, I really love Landslide.
Okay.
I think the new Dixie Chicks video is great.
Your athletes, favorite sports athletes or favorite sport?
Is drinking a sport?
Sure.
My dad would be my athletic hero.
Dad would appreciate that. Favorite,
I'm sure he would.
Favorite movie?
Citizen Kane.
And tattoos, yes or no?
Who, on me or on other people?
Either way.
Yeah, I love tats.
Okay. And buttons or Velcro?
Wow. Depends how much time we've got.
What's always in your fridge?
It's always in my fridge?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Velcro is nice to rip away.
No, I'm stuck on the other question. No pun intended. It's always in my fridge. Obviously, I don't look in there enough to know.
Okay.
So pass.
Spare time, what do you love to do? You just don't have anything to do, any place to be, and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I love hanging at home, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Oh, chocolate.
And should we go out with a song? You pick anyone off of Golden Road?
Ooh, good call. Yeah, let's do Who Would Want to Be Me. We'll liven it up a little bit. Track 2. This is actually how we start our show every night, so for everybody who's coming tonight, this will be the first cut that you hear.
And your tonight's where?
We're at the House of Blues tonight, Anaheim.
And tickets, of course, you can get them, and you can make a donation because the whole event is for?
It's for a farm hand. Exactly. Yeehaw!
I'm alive and I'm free. Who wouldn't want to be